You're listening to the Peasinner Network. For more great podcasts, go to peasinner.com.au.
Peasinner
and Co.
The weave is broken. Those of might and magic are fallen. Factions fly to fill the vacuum of power as the spell plague brings destruction across the Forgotten Realms. Two heroes meet in the abandoned ruins of the Sword Coast town of Leilon. Women skilled in sword and sorcery, upon whose shoulders rests the fate of the entire Forgotten Realm.
Wait. Is he talking about us?
I sure hope not, because that sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Oh, gods.
Welcome to Best Left Forgotten, the deliberately uncanon and unofficial D&D actual play podcast. My name is Nathan Corderio, and I am your Dungeon Master.
My name is Miriam Feats, and I am playing Clarrybelle Trollbleeder, the Hill Dwarven Barbarian.
My name is Jess Wolfendale, and I'm playing Flick Goldkind, the Gnome Druid.
Let's jump right in. In case you've forgotten, Flick and Clarrybelle travel northwards towards Neverwinter, and they come across an encampment of the Lord's Alliance at the abandoned town of Leilon. They help Red Knife Dominic Drumwillow defeat a strange creature enchanted with blue lightning and delve into the old Leilon mines, striking a deal with a mysterious 12-foot bat in return for iron to ward the settlement from further mysterious attacks. Upon their return, they found Dominic and other members of the Lord's Alliance talking to a dwarf wearing gleaming white armor. You approached her and she swung down from her elk and stared at you. Good evening. My name is Silda Holwinter, and I have heard much about you. Come, follow me. And she begins to just walk off.
We just look at each other.
I'm going to put down this iron.
Oh, yes, excellent idea. I kick the piece of iron I've been slowly moving across the ground.
I just sort of walk towards wherever Dom is and plonk down all of the rest of it and then follow.
Despite her legs being the same length as yours, all of you being small people, she's already significantly ahead of you. And without looking back, she calls, "Hurry! I have no time for stragglers."
I absolutely hurry.
Yep.
I'm intimidated.
If this was combat, I'd be dashing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You begin to follow her, and she moves to one of the kind of spiked palisade sections with these spiked spears that are sticking out of the ground and stands waiting for you. Even though you only arrive like 3 seconds after her, you can tell her patience has already run short. It was a short walk. You already panting?
I'm sorry.
What an embarrassment.
Why am I sad that this fictional lady doesn't like me?
Because she's badass.
She's badass. I love her.
So, Red Knife Drumwillow tells me that you have been helping greatly here.
Well, you know, we've been pitching in where we can, trying to help fix things up.
Been trying our best, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that someone is trying their best. From what I understand, you are the only ones who have achieved anything, rather than setting up a small makeshift camp.
Well, you know, I really think that they're trying their hardest. It's just that maybe Flick and I are a bit more apt at some of the things they've been trying to do.
We brought some new energy to the team, you know? Sometimes you just need something to shake it up.
Bit of a refresher.
Yeah.
Your kindness is delightful. Her face completely passive. No smile.
Thank you. That's really nice to hear.
You're a very sweet lady.
The Lord's Alliance recognizes skill and aptitude. I have a small task I wish you to complete.
Anything.
That is quite the broad statement, but I appreciate, again, the high energy that you brought it. She draws from her armor a scroll case. Beautiful, highly intricate, made of metal, covered in runes that you can't really quite read. And she holds it out to you. I need you to take this, and take it to Fandalen, and deliver it to Gundren Rockseeker there.
Okay, yeah.
I slowly reach up and try to take it from her.
You take it from her, successfully. Despite any trepidation that she's going to pull it from you at any second. This is some kind of test. It appears you passed.
Excellent.
Inside are incredibly secret documents from the Lord's Alliance. Make no attempt to read them. Make no attempt to open the scroll case, or you will die.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it.
No, of course not.
I would hope so.
Now, do you have any more information about this rock seeker fella?
Correct.
What he looks like, how we can find him?
Gundren Rockseeker is a dwarf. He is staying at the Stonehill Inn in Fandalen. If you ask the people at the front desk of the town, they should be able to assist you.
Well, thank you so much.
No problem. I would deliver it myself, but unfortunately, after seeing the current state of Leilon, I need to move on and return to Neverwinter to alert them of this situation.
Of course. You've got much more important things to do. We can absolutely do this for you.
If you're looking for extra work, I'm sure Gundren can assist you.
Sure. Maybe. Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
It was a true pleasure to have met you.
You too. We've heard.
She's already walking away.
Well, okay.
Wow.
She was really something, wasn't she?
I think every single person we've met has been the most amazing person.
Yeah, everyone just keeps getting better. Like,
The confidence.
if it continues like this, Gundren is going to be incredible.
Oh my goodness.
As you are talking, Silda has already returned to the soldiers, and you can just hear her screaming, "You are an embarrassment! The Lord's Alliance will have your heads for your embarrassment here!"
God, listen to how her voice carries. I mean,
It's really impressive.
the leadership.
Should we maybe wait before we go get our stuff from the camp? I feel like that's not a great energy to walk into.
Yeah, I'd much rather wait here. We'll sneak in when she's finished yelling.
Yeah.
She continues on for maybe 30 more seconds, brutal but highly efficient, and then hops upon her elk and rides off into the distance. There's a beauty and a grace to the way the elk moves, almost kind of unnatural.
Hell of a woman.
What a woman. All right, let's get our stuff.
Yeah, we should get moving.
Okay, you travel back and grab your stuff. The number of goodbyes are said at the time, specifically from Dominic.
Absolutely.
Dudettes. I'm sorry to kind of leave you here, bros, at this low energy, but we can't always be thrilled all the time, dudes, bros. Yeah.
Life has highs and it has lows.
That is so profound. But anyway, I'll let you go. We have a lot of work to do.
I hug him.
He hugs back
No.
in a tight embrace.
Thank you for everything.
Bro. And he kind of slowly moves away back to his stuff.
I'm going to miss him.
Absolutely. We've got to come back.
Oh, yeah, completely.
Yeah.
We go.
Fantastic. You travel northward along the high road up until it meets a point where this small trail, known as the Tribor Trail, moves off eastward. And as you head towards Fandalen, you reach kind of a small outcropping of trees. You've been traveling for maybe a day and a half when you spy in front of you, lying on the floor, a familiar creature, a white elk.
Oh, no.
Should we, I mean...
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to start running towards the elk.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to be perceiving while I'm running to see if there are any threats still remaining.
Can you roll a perceiving check?
Oh, gosh. 13.
Okay. You look around, and you kind of, as you head closer, see a little bit more. The elk appears to be unharmed, but sitting almost cat-like on the floor with 2 feet in front and the others tucked beneath it, and its head lying flat on the ground, almost as if it's sleeping, but it doesn't appear to be breathing. At this moment, you're still maybe 30, 40 feet away from it.
All right. As we approach, I'm going to cast guidance on you, just for a little extra something.
Fabulous.
This doesn't seem like the best of situations. We can use all the help we can get.
Okay, you start to approach, and then all of a sudden, you are beset upon by 2 goblins. It's so strange that you didn't hear them. Because as soon as they break the tree line, you hear... and they literally slam into you. Can you both roll initiative?
Yeah. Fabulous.
They're just trying so hard to be quiet.
Oh, that's a nice number.
What do we have?
20.
Excellent. That's an 11 from me.
Okay, being smashed into by these goblins. What do?
I will rage,
Delightful.
because why not? And then I'll just take a swing at the goblin that's closest to me with my maul.
Roll to maul.
I miss with a 7.
That does miss, unfortunately. The goblins, having run into you, one of them falls back onto the ground. And just seems completely stunned by the whole situation. The other one seems a little bit more together and kind of draws his scimitar and slashes out at you, Clarrybelle, with a 10 to hit. Which
Yeah,
will
that
miss.
misses.
Okay. Nothing. Flick, what do you do?
I'm going to go ahead and choose the one probably that just attacked Clarrybelle and cast Entangle.
Okay. Is that a dexterity saving throw of some kind?
I believe so.
I assume that fails.
Sorry, it is a strength saving throw.
Oh, okay. I assume that also fails with
Yes,
a 6 on
correct.
the die.
I believe you are restrained.
Fantastic. Clarrybelle.
I think Clarrybelle looks at the shambles that is these two goblins and is going to raise her maul at the one that's not entangled right now.
Yeah.
What? Unless you want to die quite a painful death at the end of this maul here, I suggest you put your weapons down and explain what the hell's going on.
Cut ties and run, Bill. And this goblin shoots past you. You may make an attack of opportunity if that's
Yeah,
what
I'm
you
going
wish.
to do that. Oh my gosh. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit. He just managed to move out of the way of your mace.
Oh, buddy.
So this figure has run. I mean, I'm maybe 50 feet away from you at this
Okay.
time. The other goblin attempts to follow, but is restrained. Flick, it's your turn.
Yep. He can attempt to make a strength check to get out if he so chooses.
But will fail.
Excellent. Yeah, no, I'm just going to move up closer and be like,
Hey, calm down. It's okay. No one's hurt each other yet, really. We can still talk. Are you okay?
Can you make a persuasion check at disadvantage?
Yes.
Ooh,
4.
okay. And this goblin spits in your face.
Oh dear. I don't think that worked.
No, I don't think that worked
No.
either.
Clarrybelle.
You said he's the one that's running is 50 feet away?
Correct.
That wasn't an explanation, so I guess you chose death. And I'm going to run my 25 feet closer,
Yep.
pull out my javelin,
Oh dear.
and I'm going to throw it at him.
Oh, this poor goblin.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit. Yes. Can you roll damage, please?
I can. Ooh, that's max damage, so that's 11 points of damage to this boy.
How do you wish to have skewered this goblin?
I think Clarrybelle hits things hard and true, so I think it goes straight through the back of his shoulder blades and pins his body physically into the ground.
Okay. You have a full moment. And there's flailing. And then stillness.
Yikes.
Immediately, the other goblin, and stops attempting to break from restraint and sits perfectly still on the ground.
Excellent choice, Bill.
For the moment, we'll say we are out of initiative order.
I think that's fair, reasonable to say.
So, explanation or death?
The one that's not death.
Good choice. So, tell us what exactly you're doing here and what's going on.
Well, I was up in the mines, and he just went completely out of control, and we put him there, and then he went completely mad, and he was just attacking us.
Who?
Clark, he just went crazy.
This, Clark fella, can you describe him to us?
Oh, he's big, and he's hairy. He kind of looks a bit like you.
I
But
don't know
bigger.
whether to take that as a compliment or
I'll go
a
compliment. Always think the best first. Okay. Which cave? Mountain? Where?
It was that way.
And you see him try to wriggle his arm, but he is restrained.
I don't know if we can let him out of that just yet.
I want to ask a few more questions
Yeah,
first, I
absolutely.
think. Do you know what happened to the rider of this here elk?
What's an elk?
That.
Oh, you mean the white lady?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, she wore a lot of white armor.
Yeah.
Oh, she came to help out, and I think she got knocked out.
By who?
I don't know. She went in with Clark, and then we didn't hear from her no more.
Oh,
All right, well,
He was crazy.
yeah.
we're work friends of the lady in the white armor. So we would love to go and help her out and perhaps sort out your Clark situation.
Really? You would help us out?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I can take you there if you want.
Yeah.
Now, are there more of you little fellas that will try and attack us if we arrive?
Not if I'm with you to help you.
Can I make an insight check
I would
or
love
something?
to make an insight check, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Clarabelle.
Mine was a 14.
If you release this goblin, if you release Bill, he will not stay with you at all. You see his eyes constantly darting towards where his companion ran off, like he's ready to go.
I lean in to the goblin. Now, Bill, and I want to grab the scruff of his. Is he wearing any armor?
So he's kind of wearing rags, and he is wearing one very small child's boot.
Well, I'll grab the rags. I'll grab the scruff of his rags. Your friend there tried to run from us, and he died. I'm going to make something very clear to you. Unless you come with us and enable us to help you with this situation, you will die here, and it will not be as fast or as painless as it was for your dear friend.
He nods his head, even though it is very clear that he only understood maybe 60% of what you said.
He understood pain.
And death.
And death.
And the general demeanor that you were giving off, the holding.
All right. Should we maybe? I've got some rope. Do we want to?
I would love to tie him up with some rope,
Okay,
yes.
I pass you some rope.
And I will
You tie him
affix
up?
the rope, yes.
Beautiful. You tie him up?
I'd like to go check on the elk.
Absolutely.
How doing?
Well, it's up to you. You can make an animal handling check or a medicine check.
Both animal handling and medicine are the same. So let's go with animal handling.
Cool.
16.
You can see what is happening. It's just kind of working it out that you're struggling with. The creature appears dead. It's not moving. It's not breathing. There are no wounds, though, and it's still warm. So it's like, well, all the parts of the deadness are there, but it also seems alive, almost like it's in kind of a stasis, weird something going on.
Hey, I think it looks dead, but it's not fully dead. It's still warm. So maybe we could drag it off the side of the road and cover it up so that it doesn't get trampled or something.
Yeah, I can do that. If you watch our goblin friend here, I can move the elk.
Great, good.
I think.
Let's do that because I don't know how to undo what's been done, but maybe we can figure that out a bit later.
Sure.
Roll a strength check.
Would this be strength or athletics?
I would allow athletics.
Thank you. That's a 24.
Fantastic. You begin to move the elk. Push. Along the dirt road, muddying its beautiful white coat. When all of a sudden your hands become incredibly hot and you take 6 points of fire damage.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
happened?
that hurt. That hurt a lot.
What happened? Did it bite you?
No, it got hot.
What? What do you mean it got hot?
I just show you the palms of my hands, which I assume are still sort of that bright red.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Are you okay?
Well, I'm in pain, but other than that, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Oh dear.
I don't think I can move the elk any further, though.
No. That's fine.
I sort of move up to the elk and back of the hand. Is it still hot?
Not hot at all.
Huh. Maybe we should just cover it with leaves or something out here, or put a makeshift tent, just so it's got some protection.
I mean, I can try and help you find some leaves.
Is there a lot of leaves around?
Yes, you're in a small outcropping of forest.
Excellent. I would like to attempt to disguise this elk as a mound of leaves.
Okay. You place down kind of a branch that you've just found on the ground and move off to collect more branches. And by the time you return, the branch you put there initially is gone. And there's just ash.
Okay, I think it could protect itself.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting from this.
I think it's going to be fine.
All right.
I turn to our goblin friend. Now take us to Clark.
Nods again and kind of stands up. I imagine its hands are fully tied by its side. Awkwardly stands and kind of moves kind of running away from you into the forest.
I do that thing that you do with particularly difficult dogs where you hold the leash right where the edge of the collar is. Because I don't want to give him too much slack. I want him right with us.
And he begins to take you through the forest. You travel for maybe 15 minutes. When you come to, it was once a small creek heading into the mouth of a cave. But now the front area of the cave, just out front of the mouth, is completely flooded.
Okay.
So what next? Looking at the goblin.
That's the cave. Clark is in there.
Has it always been underwater?
It's not underwater. Just a little bit of water.
Is there somewhere I can walk in without getting my boots wet? Because this leather is particularly nice and I don't want to get it ruined.
There's the front of the cave.
Do you want to show that to us?
And he looks to the mouth of the cave, which you're standing in front of.
Right.
The front of the cave. Here it is.
Okay, I think maybe we can just... It'll be okay.
Are we bringing him? I'd like to have some sort of leverage if it turns out he's
absolutely.
been lying through his teeth about this whole situation.
No, I definitely agree with you there. I think we should definitely keep him with us. He could be useful.
Bill, is that you?
And two more goblins rush out from the front of the cave. As they move, there seems to be like a kind of a raised section further in, and they move through, and the water slowly comes up to their necks.
Bill. Who are those people, Bill? Who are those people?
Oh, hello?
And they begin to kind of back up, and then one trips and falls under the water.
Oh my goodness, can you swim? Are you okay?
No, and one goblin starts to help the one who's fallen, but that other goblin pulls that goblin under, and there's splashing and flailing.
I'm running towards them. I know we're a bit away, but...
That's okay. No, you run towards them, and would you like to assist the goblins?
Yes,
okay,
please.
can you make it a contested athletics check?
That's a natural one.
They also rolled a natural one. So can we please add our modifiers?
That's a 0.
Oh, God.
Okay. Flick,
-1.
Does Flick start drowning?
Flick, you are pulled under the water by
Excellent.
these two things. There's just splashing everywhere
is
as
there
people try to climb up on each other.
Is there something I can tie Bill to?
Yeah, there are some trees.
I would love to very quickly tie Bill to a tree
Absolutely.
and then run to help my friend.
Okay. You run to help your friend. Are you going to reach out for your friend instead of the goblins?
Oh, 100% reaching for Flick.
Beautiful. Can you make a athletics check at disadvantage?
At disadvantage. Okay.
Because I imagine Flick would be panicking.
A little bit.
11.
Okay, fantastic. You managed to pull Flick up out of the water and give her a moment to settle herself.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my
Now, am I
goodness.
helping these other two or not?
Oh, look at them. The poor things.
I reach 2 hands in to try and grab them both.
Can you do the same, please? Athletics check at disadvantage.
I'd like to assist, maybe.
Well, then you can make a flat athletics check.
That was a natural 20 for a 27.
Okay. You grab them both. And even though they're a little bit shorter than you, you still manage to kind of lift them straight out of the water and hold them next to you. Water coming out of their mouths.
Oh my goodness. Are you okay?
Their hands go up in surrender.
Oh, it's all right. We won't hurt you if you don't hurt us.
Well,
Mostly.
And behind you, you hear freedom as Bill has broken free of your ties and begins to spit. He's still bound. What you can gather just by looking over your shoulder is that he has like used his sharp teeth to bite the rope that you've tied to the tree, the leash, as it were. So he's still bound, just sprinting with his arms
towards
to the side
us?
into the forest.
I mean, that's okay, right?
I can live with that.
Yeah. He'll probably be back when he wants those ropes off of him. Yeah.
So you met Bill, hey?
Yeah, we thought we could help you guys out with your Clark problem.
You're here to stop Clark?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I think so.
Well, he's in there.
And they try to break free of your hold,
I am not
but are
letting go.
unsuccessful with your natural 20.
I look at them both. Now, Bill and I had a little deal. He's broken that deal, and I'm gonna pay up with him later. But for now, I think I'm gonna extend you the same one. you help us and we don't kill you.
They kind of glance at each other.
Okay. How can we help you?
Well, this here cave, we don't know it very well. And we could sure use some guides to take us to Clark in the least dangerous path.
Well, it's a cave.
Yeah.
And are there other people in this cave that could potentially wish us harm?
Maybe.
Well, then it sure would be nice to have someone who perhaps they know that could let them know that we're here to help.
We'd love a guide.
They shrug their shoulders and kind of just slump because they realize there's no way of getting out of this at this time.
Fantastic. Oh, it's so nice to make new friends. Let's go.
All right. If I can, I'd like to still be holding them both up off the ground and just carrying them in front of me.
Okay.
Like
you do
two
so.
balloons.
Excellent.
You like 2 balloons.
That's how you hold balloons. By the scruff of the neck.
You hold them as you head in, and slowly there's a rise as you kind of head out into the cave proper. What you realize is that there is kind of a creek that goes along the left wall, and that is pretty much full. But there is a little bit of a pathway to the right that you can follow along. Do you continue to hold them, or do you put them down once you're on dry land?
If I put you down, will you try and attack us?
No.
I would like to inside check that, please. With a 16.
Look, you're not allies.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would describe this situation as an allied friendship. They know that you could take them out very easily, both of you, but they're not. They're flighty. They're a flight risk. They're a definite flight risk.
Then I will continue to carry them.
Okay.
Well, we're going this way.
And they point ahead.
Thank you so much. You're being so helpful.
What's your names, by the way?
Our names?
Yeah.
Well, my name's Sticky.
Uh-huh.
And the other one says,
My name's Icky.
Sticky and Icky. Well,
Sticky has been doing most of the talking.
Yes, I can tell.
That sure is easy to remember.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. My name's Flick.
Can't we call you Flicky?
Sure. That's fun.
And I'm Clarrybelle, and that's what you can call me.
We can't call you Clicky.
No.
Oh. That's what you get when you talk, Icky.
This is my favorite power couple. All right. Yep. We continue through the cave.
Okay, beautiful. You move through the cave.
Is it possible to move stealthily while carrying 2 goblins?
It is possible with a disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
But you may also roll Flick.
That's a natural 1 for a total of 4.
Okay.
It's a 6.
Delightful. You are doing your best to move stealthily. There is a slight problem, and that's Sticky.
So we've been living here for the past couple of weeks, you see. We moved from a different cave that was too small for our growing numbers, but here we are, and it's quite nice. But what happened is we found this little gate at the back. It was kind of a little door, and we didn't really know what it was. So Clark, because he's in charge, he's much bigger and stronger than the rest of us, he went in to have a look at it. And when he went in to have a look at it, he went crazy. And so everybody's running away, and it was really scary.
You know, we've been hearing a lot that Clark is crazy. Could you perhaps give us more of a description? Because crazy can look like a lot of things.
Oh, well, he was pretty,
Sticky looks around just to make sure that there are no prying or spying eyes.
Clark was pretty crazy before, but, then he went in there and he looked at some stuff, I think. We weren't with it. He went alone, but he looked at some stuff and he touched some stuff. And then he started screaming and he went to, charge at the door. And so we closed the gate and then we, blocked it off. And we could just hear him screaming.
So you trapped him in a room and he went crazy?
Oh, no, he went crazy and then we trapped him in the room.
Oh, okay.
We had to leave this lady in there with him, but I'm sure she'll be fine.
Oh.
The lady in white armor?
Yes.
Yeah, she's our work friend.
Really?
We're here to help her.
Oh, poor Clark.
We called her Sicky.
She's pretty badass. He could be pretty messed up by the time we find him.
Well, I don't know. He seems pretty loud.
And you immediately hear echoing from further down the cave.
Huh.
That does sound pretty serious.
Maybe she's got a really good Clark impression.
Maybe.
We tried calling him Clicky, but it didn't work.
Oh.
I'm all here for this. Okay.
What's the game plan?
I think was there any other way into this room that you locked him in?
Not that we know of.
Then I guess we got to go through the gate.
I mean, if we can hear him, he can probably hear us. Maybe we can like yell at him a bit and see what he has to say.
We can try. I know, like, when my dad gets angry, there's no reasoning with him. You just kind of have to wait for it to peter out. And I think in Clark's case,
It's not petering out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to try, but I don't know if it'll work.
That's fair enough. And I really want to help Sildar like a lot. So yeah, I think we can probably just go in, huh?
Maybe if I go in first
Okay.
and you stay a good 5 steps behind me.
I can do
So
5
that if
steps.
Clark comes running, he's going to hit me and not you.
Are you going to be okay?
Oh, I'm going to be fine.
Okay, I trust you.
I'm a hardy gal.
Oh, look, there it is.
And
And just in the nick of narrative time.
directly in front of you is you see a glowing white door. Or at least kind of, because the door has been covered with rocks and barrels and pieces of wood and branches from outside. And from what you gather, water has been splashed on it in an attempt to keep it closed.
Excellent.
You're not builders, are you?
Not really. Look at these hands.
And he lifts up his hands, and you notice that he has 3 fingers with no thumbs.
Unfortunately, it's a goblin problem. That's why we like to move into other people's homes.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, you got to get crafty.
Well, I guess we got to clear away this before we can do anything.
Yeah.
Would you be so kind as to help us, Flicky and Icky?
It's Sticky and Icky.
Sticky
I'm
and Icky.
Flicky.
You're
Flicky.
Flicky. This is why.
I'm already part of the gang.
This is why I don't like rhyming names. I get it mixed up in my head.
It's okay, Clicky.
Clarabelle.
Can you roll an intimidation check?
That's the thing I roll an intimidation check for. That's a 3.
Do you put them down so they can...
I mean, that is what I was
Okay.
aiming to do, was to get them to help.
You place them down, and as they kind of move stuff around, Sticky begins to sing.
Sticky and Icky, they're helping Clicky and Flicky. We're clearing it away for the crazy Clark.
I join in.
Sticky and Clicky.
I am clearing things away and trying to like slam them down noisily enough that it drowns out the singing that I'm hearing.
You make an attempt, but Sticky is full of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And he grabs a piece of wood, puts it down, and bolts.
Icky.
Icky is a little slower on the uptake and just stands there.
I mean, I think that's okay.
I kind of want to save my energy for Clark.
Yeah, you can go, Icky. It's all right.
Follow your heart.
Icky turns and kind of waddles away.
How much of this door is left to clear?
Very little, so you can clear it off.
Yeah.
But you hear from the other end of the door. It doesn't seem to be right on the other side, but it seems to be a little bit further.
Well, did we want to try your plan?
I mean, he's probably already heard us singing, so like he knows we're coming. Maybe we can talk to him as we clear the last bit out.
All right.
All right. Excuse me, Mr. Clark, sir. Can you hear me?
There is no response.
Oh, maybe I was wrong.
Is the door flat to the stone?
It is.
And what is the door made of?
Can you roll a investigation check with advantage because of your stone cutting?
Then that'll be 16.
Okay. It appears to be, at first look, like a marble. But marble doesn't glow like this. So there's definitely something spicy going on with it. There are a number of kind of runes that are written on it that you cannot decipher at all. It just seems complete gibberish. You don't even recognize the script. But that's what you gather.
All right, this is a hinky door.
A hinky door?
It seems It looks like marble, but it's glowing. And then there's runes
marble's
on
not
it.
supposed to do that.
No, and there's runes on it I can't read. But I don't know about that magic stuff. You know a bit more.
I mean, I can take some time to like look at it carefully, but we could also just like open it.
I'm just worried that if we open it and we go in, whatever made Clark go crazy will make us go crazy. But
Okay, do you want me to take some time?
I mean, it's up to you. Look, if I go crazy, you just shove me in there too.
Okay. I don't know if I can do that.
You got to be strong for both of us.
I'm not very strong. You're the strong one.
You are the strong one. I'm strong with my muscles, but you're strong with your heart.
Okay, but do you want me to take some time and identify it or not?
I mean, it can't hurt.
But what if it hurts? What? Oh dear.
Maybe we just go in.
Clark
Let's just go in. Let's just go
fist
in.
on the door. Okay, so you open the door.
Yeah.
The door swings.
Stand behind me.
The door swings open, and directly in front of you is a 6 foot tall, kind of hulking, almost bear-like figure, kind of a humanoid bear. You would probably recognize it as a bugbear, but the eyes glazed, kind of this white light blue, and in his hand is holding this club with all these kind of spikes pointed out of it. Looks down at you, and out of his mouth pours blue flame, which pours upon you, and you each take 3 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, gosh. We did not short rest since I took that.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I could be in trouble in this fight.
Can we please roll initiative?
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
6 from me.
8. Just good because I don't know what I'm doing.
Clark, the figure you assume is Clark. Let's not jump to conclusions, but the figure you assume is Clark looks down at you. Ugh, and then begins to retreat and take a step back. And then runs back into the door.
I don't think you can leave.
I mean, so we have to go in after him?
Maybe.
All right.
Do you want some help first?
Look, I am feeling a little sore.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take care of that first.
And I cast Cure Wounds with a pat on the shoulder.
I'll count that as your turn, Flick.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Clarabelle?
Once I'm feeling that little bit better, how far away is he? Can I get to him in one movement?
You would probably have to dash. So he's moved about 40 feet or more.
Okay. I want to rage, run into the room, and then, just in case I don't get hit by anything this round, I'm just going to throw a hand axe at Clog.
Cool. So what happens is there's kind of like a ramp upwards that leads to a little doorway. So like a little kind of opening.
Yeah.
And he has moved just through the opening. So you
Okay.
arrive at the opening.
Yep.
You can throw your hand axe, roll to throw.
14 to hit.
14 misses.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's 11 points of healing.
Oh,
nice.
yes. Back up to full, baby.
Spicy.
And Clark continues to run in.
Okay.
And now you lose sight of Clark. Flick.
Yeah, I'm just going to take movement. I can't really do much else. We can't see him. So yeah, I'm just going to dash on in after him.
Okay, beautiful. You dash on and you come into, through the opening, into this enormous open cavern, almost like a dome. And there's a set of stairs upwards onto a kind of a flat stone platform where Clark is standing, protecting a pedestal. You can't see past him onto what's on this pedestal. And you are immediately distracted from Clark, even the crazy Clark with the blue eyes and the blue flame, because there are these huge glass tubes that are hanging from the ceiling, filled with these little glass orbs.
Ooh.
And then you see in between two of the glass columns, hanging upside down by her feet, Silda Hallwinter.
Silda, no.
Swinging, she appears unconscious.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no.
That's all you hear.
And
Okay,
Clark
great.
turns. Go, Clarabelle.
All right. I will run my movement into the room. Mm-hmm. How far away is Clog from me physically?
Are you running 25 feet? You're
25 feet right now, yeah.
So he'd probably be another 50 feet from you.
50 feet, okay. Yeah, I have to keep attacking if I want to keep raging. So I'm just going to I'll throw a javelin this time. The range is better.
Cool.
It's still going to be at disadvantage, but lost out on a 20 there. But that is a 15 to hit Clog.
15 just hits Clark.
Great. And that will be 7 points of piercing damage.
Fantastic. And more blue flame spills out as he opens his mouth. Clark is going to grab something off of his back.
Okay.
It is another javelin, much like your own.
Yeah.
But it is significantly longer. Clarybelle, you're behind Flick at this time. And Clark goes to throw. Will a 15 hit you?
That is my AC.
That is your AC. No! Fantastic. You take 6 piercing damage.
I am unconscious.
What?
That was how much health I had left.
Flick is pierced by this javelin and goes flying back 5 feet, lands on the ground. And all of this blue flame kind of gets sprayed everywhere.
Great.
Good.
Flick, can you make a death saving throw?
Oh my goodness. This is the first death saving throw I've ever made. I'm not even just in the podcast, ever. That's a 3.
That's one failure.
Okay.
Clarybelle.
I am not a healer.
I don't have any healing slots left.
Oh no. How far away from me is Clog?
Another 40 feet, I think.
Oh
is what I said.
gosh. And how far away from me is Flick?
Quite close, maybe 5-10 feet.
Okay.
Pushback, so probably 5 feet.
Yeah.
You would have to move 5 feet and then within melee range.
Yeah.
Rules.
I'm gonna move up to Flick and like a step forward so that I can stand in front of Flick as a protection from any potential damage that could continue to come. And then I'm just going to throw again right now and sort of be monitoring Flick out of the corner of my eye.
Sure.
And really hope Jess doesn't roll a nat 1 on her next death save.
That could be a very short podcast.
The Death of Flick, episode 1.
Yeah, so just throw again. Oh my gosh, and completely miss with a 7.
Okay.
And I think I'm down to like 3 javelins.
Clark
Yeah.
rips the javelin out of his chest, throws it to the ground, and begins to walk over to one of the cylinders
Oh gosh.
and grabs onto it with both hands and rips the cylinder out.
my
So it breaks at the top and the bottom, is now holding, lifting above his head, this enormous glass cylinder, these glass orbs spilling out of either end, all over the ground, making it difficult terrain according to the rules. That takes Clark's action.
Okay.
So Clark cannot currently throw the enormous glass cylinder.
Great.
Flick, can you make another death saving throw,
Oh,
please?
Jess.
This could be the end of the podcast.
Oh, Jess. I'm so stressed.
It's a 2.
Okay.
Okay.
That's another fail.
Well, we went from a 3 to a 2.
What are you going to do, Clarybelle?
Okay, so Clarybelle's going to see that Flick is fading a little bit. I guess I'm going to, attempt to stabilize. I am not proficient in medicine checks.
Make a medicine check.
So this is going to be a real risky roll.
Was it a 1?
It was a 1, so that's a 2. Flick is not stable.
Flick is not stable.
That's my action. And I think I'm going to use my movement to lie bodily on top of Flick so that when this glass cylinder comes crashing down towards us, I take as much of the damage as is physically possible for me to take. Hopefully all of the damage.
Okay. You lie upon Flick.
Yeah.
And I imagine close your eyes, holding your
Yes.
new friend close.
Yeah.
As you hear behind you, as the cylinder crashes upon you, will a 17 hit?
That is exactly
A
my
17
AC.
just hit. You
Damn
take
it, Clark.
9 slashing damage.
And then I'm still raging, so halved to
Half that to 4.
4.
Yeah, round down. So you take 4 slashing damage from this smashing glass all around you.
Okay.
And again, strangely, retreats back to the pedestal.
Okay.
Flick. Flick, it's your turn. Can you make, hopefully, another death saving throw and not your final death saving throw?
I don't even want to give you like my dice because it's been rolling so badly the last couple of rounds.
I rolled so many 1s today. Big roll.
Big roll.
Big dice. 17.
Okay, that's a pass.
Okay.
The most nervous I've ever been.
I am just going to continue to attempt to stabilize.
Please do.
Yeah, please do.
That was cocked. 11.
I believe a 10 is it. So
I hope so.
I believe it is. So you are stable, which means you don't have to make death saving throws, and you wipe away your death saving throws. Part of my homebrew rules are when you're stable, you go to 1, but that is not the case for this kind of
Yes.
check. At any other point, if you go stable, then that would be it.
Okay.
But not here.
And that was my action.
That was your action.
Can I use my movement
Absolutely. Yeah.
to...
It's all yours.
I'm grabbing Flick.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to move. Is there any way that I can move Flick to give her body cover from what potentially might be occurring?
You can move Flick closer to one of the glass cylinders.
That's what I'm going to have to do for right now.
Okay.
Is just start moving Flick somewhere that I can get her body cover because I can't give her cover and...
Cool.
Yeah,
Not a problem.
there's too much for me to do right now.
You're about partially covered.
Yeah.
So Flick would not gain any of the benefits of cover at this time. It would be quarter cover.
Yeah.
Which is not a thing.
Yeah. I'm still standing over her.
Cool.
But, yeah.
In front of, like between you and Clark.
Yeah, always between her and Clark.
Easy, not a problem. Clark is going to and spit blue flame into either of his hands and throw it at you.
Okay.
Who is this guy?
Ooh, with a 23.
Oh, and this will be necrotic damage, won't it?
And you take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my gosh. I think we just need to leave here.
This could go very badly. I think you need to get to that pedestal. I think if you destroy the pedestal, maybe.
Pedestal's what made him go crazy. Oh, I'm so stressed.
Or like cut down.
At this time, you still haven't seen what's on the pedestal. You can acknowledge there is
Yeah.
a pedestal, but you still haven't seen what's on it.
Yeah.
Flick, I guess you can't do anything, so yes, it is Clarabelle's
Yeah,
turn.
and we're not carrying anything that can bring you back up. I mean, I imagine I can't attempt to bring her back up to 1 hit point. No. Then I'm going to keep moving her to somewhere that can get her cover.
Sure.
And potentially get me cover as well.
Sure.
Just, I guess, behind one of the glass pillars.
That would be enough movement for you to have full cover
Yeah,
behind.
great. And then I would just like to poke out and throw one of my remaining javelins at Clark.
Please do.
And I imagine
away.
he's more than 30 feet away from me right now.
He is.
Yeah, so it's disadvantage. Does a 13 hit him?
A 13 does not hit Clark.
Great. Okay. That's
Lands
my
on the ramp and slides back down to you.
That's my entire turn.
Fantastic.
Wait, did you say it slid back down to me?
It does.
Great. Thank you.
Thank God for small miracles.
That's right.
Kind of benevolent DM.
I mean, I almost killed you, so you're like, well, we'll balance on it. That's fine.
One dice roll away.
Okay. Clark moves to the other side
Oh gosh.
and breaks off. These glass orbs begin to spill everywhere again and start to roll down towards you, smashing on all of the walls. Clarabelle.
How far away is he right now?
He's probably about 40 feet away from you.
Yeah, okay.
You could also get to the pedestal at this time.
Oh. Yeah, then I'll go for the pedestal right now.
Okay. You sprint for the pedestal and you
Yes.
arrive at the pedestal. Sitting on the pedestal it would need both hands because you've got
Okay.
little dwarf hands.
Yeah.
A glass orb, very similar to the ones that is currently being held in the remaining cylinders.
Okay.
It's a little bit larger and there's this kind of like crackling blue purple energy.
Oh, I'm no good with magic stuff. Smash it. Yeah, I think
You have no action though.
Yeah, I know.
Because you've dashed.
I know I've dashed.
Future move. Smash him.
Right now I'm going to brace in front of this orb and I guess just take what comes at me and then wait for the next round.
Beautiful. So Clark has moved slightly down the ramp and is holding it, intending to throw it at you when you were down the ramp, and can no longer see Flick. So is going to make the decision to, with this enormous thing above him, turn around to see you, which he fails. And he slips and drops it upon him.
Oh,
He
Excellent.
takes 9 piercing damage.
oh, thank you, Nathan.
Clarabelle, it's you.
Yeah.
Clark is now prone and somewhere a little bit further down the ramp.
Okay.
But yes, you are right by the orb.
I want to smash the orb in the hope that it stops Clark from being able to do the blue fire stuff that hurts me more than the normal damage types.
Cool.
So I guess I rolled to hit the orb
Sure.
with my maul.
Sure.
With a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. You grab your maul, take a deep breath, thinking of Flick unconscious down on the ground, and smash the orb, almost as if it was in slow-mo. you hear Clark scream. And his back arches. And he begins to convulse. And his head thrashes about as this kind of blue energy shoots out through his eyes. And the flame spills out of his mouth. And he goes limp.
What did I do? I run down to Clark's body.
Okay.
Is he alive? Is he conscious?
Clark is not alive, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Then I guess I guess I look up at Silda and try and gauge what's happening with that.
Silda appears unconscious.
Okay. Can I get her down?
She's tied up. You could throw a hand axe.
Can I stand under her when I throw my hand axe and then attempt to catch so that she doesn't take bludgeoning damage falling to the ground?
I imagine it will take some time to throw your hand axe,
Yeah.
so it won't roll because you have as much time as you need in the world.
Yeah.
And Silda falls and lands in your hands. She is incredibly heavy because she's wearing plate armor. So you do take 1 bludgeoning damage, 1 falling damage.
Okay. I would like to put her down and I would like to search her body for healing potions.
Excellent.
You find 1 healing potion on her body.
I am going to make the very selfish decision to give that to Flick,
Okay.
not Silda. We're going to steal.
You are fully healed from this healing potion.
What happened?
The worst experience of my life. Never leave me again.
Oh, okay. Are you okay?
I am harried, but I am not on death's door.
What happened to Clark?
I hit a weird looking orb that was sitting on the pedestal that he was standing in front of. And
Yeah, I thought that pedestal might be important.
he had like a seizure, but like a seizure with blue stuff coming out of his eyes, I think. It looked very serious. And then I think he's dead now.
Okay. Soda?
She is unconscious.
Oh, okay.
I decided to heal you and not her.
Okay.
I think she'll be fine with it.
Okay.
I'm going to crawl over to Silda and see what sort of state she's in, whether she's been like poisoned unconscious or just like knocked unconscious.
She appears to have been knocked unconscious.
Okay. So there's no way I can make her unconscious.
Without any healing. No.
Yeah. Okay. I have no healing spells currently. I have used all 2 of my spell slots.
Well,
If you wait for some time or attempt to arouse her with other means,
Yeah.
then that's entirely possible.
I could really use just a breather. Just sit down for like an hour.
Absolutely.
I am just going to go over to Clark and like triple check that he's dead. I might hit him a couple of times. And then I think we just sit down, we relax.
Cool. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do for Soda just to like make her more comfortable, make sure she's not going to, choke on her own tongue.
That's probably wise.
Cool. And then we can pretend that when she's waking up, we've given her the health potion.
Yeah. I would like to take the benefits of a short rest.
You do?
How much do I heal from that healing potion?
You heal right back up to full hit points.
Excellent. Oh, that's not many.
Ooh, I'm back to full too.
You feel quite revitalized and you have a little bit of healing knowledge. You're not an expert on healing potions per se. It would have done a very good job even if you had quite a few hit points.
Yikes. Cool.
Oh, goodness, that was expensive.
I'm sure she'll understand.
During your short rest, at the end of your short rest, Silda awakes.
As the whole time I've been sitting next to her with the healing potion bottle in my hand. So it looks like we've just fed it to her.
What is happening?
Oh,
she
my
seems very
goodness.
unfocused.
Oh, it worked. It worked. Are you okay?
What is going on here?
We're the two
Positive ones.
Yeah, we're the savvy adventurers that you hired to find Gundren, but we found your elk and then we followed some goblins here and then we saw that you were unconscious, so we killed a bugbear and then we fed you a healing potion and now you're awake.
You are doing too much talking, and she holds her head.
I'm so sorry.
Take me from here, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Do you want to piggyback? I'm pretty good at them.
She really is.
She doesn't respond. It seems like she has exerted all her effort for the moment.
I think, yeah.
I'll take that as a yes. And I'd like to attempt to piggyback Silda.
Okay. Can you roll an athletics check?
I'm going to do a quick once-over look of the room, see if there's anything worth investigating here.
Roll an investigation check.
18.
You successfully managed to lift up. She is incredibly heavy, though.
19 minus 1, 18.
Okay. There is shattered pieces of the blue glass orb and a series of clear glass orbs that were not broken.
Is the blue glass orb still got any, like, energy crackling around in it?
No.
Okay.
Just for fun, I'm going to grab one of the clear glass orbs and take it with me.
You do so.
Going to write that in my inventory.
And you leave, heading back to the elk. When you arrive at the elk, with the mere presence of Sildar, even in her state, the elk lifts its head and stands.
Oh, so it is fine.
Oh, goodness. Thank goodness.
And then, in this kind of weird, almost humanoid way, uses its antlers to lift Sildar off your back
Oh, thank God.
and throw her onto its own back.
Okay.
And then it kind of looks at you expectantly.
I guess we should keep going to the next town?
I pull like some ration out of my bag and hold it out like a treat. Because I think it's looking for food.
It stares at you, then turns to Flick and nods, understanding what you've said, and begins to walk at a pace that you can keep up with further down the trail towards Fandalen.
I love this elk.
I guess it wasn't hungry. And I eat the ration.
Excellent. Good.
And heading down the trail towards Fandalen, that's where we're going to call the session for today.
Okay.
You have been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Best Left Podcast and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page where we post updates, info, and additional content. Music by Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Song list can be found in the episode description. Cover art by Cattywampus, who can be found on Fiverr. Thanks to Jess Wolfendale, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadrio, our GM and producer. If you enjoyed our podcast today, please leave a review and tell your friends.